I'm not necessarily someone who's, you know, an expert on heavy tones or anything like that, but I was chatting to someone the other day. This is not what that is. Actually, maybe it is. That is the Dirty Shirley. But I started thinking, and he was saying like the best heavy amp ever made is the 5150, and I thought, well, we got that in the Fractal world, maybe I should try these things out. So these videos are brought to you by G66 UK, and that's the place in the UK to get an AM4, VP4, FM3, FM9 or Axfex 3 in the UK with no waitlist and a UK service centre. So the 5150, so we've got a few variations of it. I believe this was an amp that was essentially made for Eddie Van Halen, and the heritage of the amp, I believe, has something in common with the Soldano SLO. Please feel free to jump into the comments and correct that. But in any case, I put together this, and I think it's one of those amps which is pretty easy to get some pretty banging tones. Pretty, you know, aggressive stuff as well, I would say. So this is the 5153, which is, you know, the EVH 5150, but we've got the stealth version here, which I saw some people say this is like their favourite version of the 5150. I think the guy from Spirit Box, Mike, said that. So that's why I've got this. Now, just everything at 5 kind of works quite nicely. Don't be afraid to keep this gain slightly low. Like, it's got so much gain. That you're not gonna get it anywhere near like clean on that channel. So as you turn the master volume up, you're gonna get more. So if you were doing that gent thing, you might want to keep the preamp gain slightly lower, and the master volume you could turn up a bit, or keep it all kind of a bit lower for a bit of a tighter feel. I believe what the guys would do in the normal kind of world of stuff would be to put a boost of a TS-808 in front, and I quite like the feel of having some of that stuff up front to kind of get it chugging along. But yeah, I think it would be normal to do this kind of thing, right? And boost level in. For me, the cab that I'm using with this, Legacy Cab 103, works quite nicely. You might want to do something with kind of V30s. Here's... Is that making a ton of difference? But anyway, that aggressive thing, certainly with that cab. The other thing that is really cool with these amps though, is if we go to the clean, I'll get rid of this again. It actually does a really good clean. Let's join her back up. And I think this is like a little bit of an underrated side of these amps. And same sorts of things going on here, in that it's going to be a pretty clean it can get a bit more hair on it. It's really nice in that instance, I think. Another thing to do with this, take the master volume up, take the level down. Or take the master volume up, take the gain down. Really nice sort of crystal cleans. Then leads, it's obviously going to do really well. For this one, I've chosen the Peavey 6160 lead, and similar situation, like you've got loads of gain, you're not necessarily going to need pedals. In that same cab there, one of the things that I do is sort of even out the top with a high cut in the cab section with a 6 dB slope. Could also boost the mids, I guess, and sort of take some of this treble down in presence. One of the nice things about this is that as you sort of adjust the EQ, you don't really change the feel too much. Maintain that kind of liquid feel. That's my preset with it. I'm sure there will be a great factory preset. Let's look in 6160, maybe someone's called one. 6160S. So check this one out. This is a factory preset. Very cool, processed. Very cool. So yeah, check those out. Euro that's the Bogner, isn't it? But probably if we put in 515, 513 plus stealth, this one is definitely worth checking out. Let's check out the clean tone. Yeah, it does effortless like everything, really. A really versatile little block. Red lead FX. Yes, so if you want my preset, jump into the Gumroad folder, but do just check out those factory presets as well, because I think there's plenty of great stuff in there if you're looking for that. I think, to me, probably the best heavy amp there is in here. check that one out if you haven't already. Cheers for stopping by.